Hi guys, so I have a big surprise for you guys. We kind of got together as a panel and decided that we are going to have our first Connect Up Local social. It's going to be in about 5 weeks from now. We're going to have it at Julie's store, Grape Expectations. We're going to be making the wine today, and then on the social you guys are going to bottle it. So it should be fun, and then everybody who shows up gets to take home a bottle of wine. So I'm here with Julie today. Let me flip this camera around.
Hey guys!
And she's gonna walk us through, and she has her little helper Harley with her today.
Yes.
Say hi, Harley.
Yes, today we're actually going to start a Seville Orange Sangria, which is probably our most popular wine that we sell here. Sweet, very good, nice and fruity. We have a lot of customers after it's bottled add maybe some liquor to it or some frozen fruit. It just helps use as ice cubes almost. Really great. It's actually a really popular one, so I think you're gonna like it. We've already sanitized the bucket, the lid, and we've added water to the bucket. We actually use RO water, which is reverse osmosis water, to try to keep the water as pure as possible. We're not adding any additional chemicals to the wine, and that's what makes our wines so great, is that we're not adding all those extra preservatives and extra chemicals into the wine. It's gonna be really pure for you. So we got the water in. I don't measure it because I have to add more at the end. So the first thing we're going to add in is bentonite. This is actually clay from the ground. So back before they had nutrients for pregnant women, they would put this inside of their water because a lot of pregnant women crave dirt and clay. But for the wine, it actually takes all of the proteins out of the wine, and it's used as a clearing agent while it's still inside of the bucket. Although you're not going to see it with a red wine, if you were doing a white wine, you would literally see a lot more clarification after the first fermentation steps. So because it is clay from the ground, you do have to stir and pour it in at the same time, otherwise it will clump. So we're going to stir and pour, and you're going to notice the water get kind of gross looking. That's completely normal. We want it to look gross. We literally sanitize the buckets just to get them dirty again. So you have to stir and pour at the same time, otherwise it will clump. And if it clumps, then it's never gonna do what it's supposed to do. So it's just a little sprinkle, a little stir. And then once it's all in, you're just gonna stir it down a little bit. And then we're gonna add the concentrate. Now this concentrate is going to be specific to the wine that we're making. So this is the actual sangria concentrate. This is gonna go in. This is the juice for it. This is gonna go right in. Watch out for the splash. I don't wanna splash you. It's gonna go in like this. Dirt and wine juice. Now there's no alcohol now. This is just juice. So that's how we get around the licensing, is because we're not actually selling wine, we're actually selling juice. So it's not wine until it ferments. So I'm just gonna rinse the bag out. We have to add more water to it anyway, so I like to rinse the wine bag out so we can get everything we possibly can out of this. And you do have to get it all the way up to this line here, because we are making 6 gallons worth of wine, which will eventually turn out to 30 bottles of wine. Go ahead, you can. I got the chair. Good job.
So how long is this wine going to take to?
From start to finish, it's going to take about 5 weeks. And the box does say 4 weeks, but we do add 5 pounds of sugar to it. And that actually does not make it sweeter. That actually increases the alcohol content, because out of the box, this wine kit and any of our sweet wine kits are only about 6 to 7% alcohol. We add the 5 pounds of sugar to increase it to standard industry, which is between 13 and 14%. So I'm just gonna add the rest of the water, and then we're gonna add the sugar. The sugar goes in right at this time as well. Okay, so we have just added the 5 pounds of sugar. That is not to make the wine sweeter. It actually, again, is to increase the alcohol content. So now that we have that stirred in, we're just gonna get rid of the paddle, because we don't need that anymore, because the last thing we're gonna put in is your yeast. This is what's gonna activate it and get it to start fermenting. And we don't stir it in, because with winemaking, you just sprinkle it on top and it will do the work for you. There's no need to stir it in. It will actually kill the yeast, and that's not good. So then you sprinkle that in, then you grab the lid, and you nail it on, and you are basically done with your first wine kit for Connect Up Local.
Awesome. awesome. And this,
5 weeks and counting.
yeah, right. And then what is
This is your
here?
flavoring. This is what will go in 3 weeks after it's done fermenting, and it will actually be the flavoring that flavors it to your orange Seville sangria.
Awesome. Super excited to do that. We can't wait to bring you guys here and kind of show you how Julie does all this with her clients, and it's a really great experience, and we're so excited to share it with you guys. So we'll see you soon. Say bye.
Bye.